friends, and welcome back to Tarina's Humble Homestead and Garden Side Chat. The time has finally come. I'm so excited. I've been talking about it. Yes, I am going to do some winter sowing today. It has been so below zero for the last week. I've been meaning to do it, and the temperatures dropped. I don't know where you live, but it's been just Arctic freezing temperatures. Well, guess what? Today yesterday it was like -11. Today it's above 30s. And this is Fahrenheit in North Dakota, the USA of A. I'm gonna get some of these seeds here that I have planted into some of my mini greenhouses that we are going to make, and I am going to show you how we're going to do it. Now, last year was the very first year that I tried it. Some learning things. I've been doing a lot of research, and I did have quite a few successes, but I had some failures, and here's what I've learned. We are extremely windy in North Dakota, as y'all know. I just went and stuck all of so here's some different containers that I save and use. So you don't have to go out and buy things. You can just save water jugs, juice jugs. These are like deli things. I've just saved them literally throughout the entire year. I have a laundry basket full of more of these juice and water. My neighbors save them for me. If you have friends, family, neighbors that can save them for you. So I literally just filled them up, stuck them out on my back deck, called it a day. Some of the videos that I watched said, you just leave them and forget them. Not so true, my friends. So with the wind, they would blow off my deck. It was not good. So those seeds got toppled. I don't even know, what had happened with all of them. Some of them got waterlogged, so I think I didn't have big enough holes in the bottom. So what I decided to do, because I used my drill, I decided to use a bigger drill bit. This one does a bigger hole. Some of my other jugs that I use the smaller one, I'm going to kind of redo this hole. This one gives like a nice, if you see this one, let me see if I can show you. Nice size holes so we can get that good water drainage. And then I'm also doing I need to put this down. I'm just going to do like a couple holes, like one around the bottom of each side as well. And so that way I'll just have a little bit extra drainage holes so they don't get waterlogged. So that was the thing. Third thing that happened was they dried out, because now we have tons of snow, and they do get moisture from the snowfall, the rainfall. We don't put the caps on, so they get, and then as the snow melts, but they dried out. I didn't know you had to check them to water them. They said let nature take over and do everything. Well, some just died because they were dried out, but the ones that were successful, they grew great. They are hardy and sturdy plants. The other thing that I did was I saw people just throw a bunch of seeds in there and then just sprinkle some dirt over it. Well, I'm not really good at separating them out, so I've watched people just actually put a certain amount in each hole and give them room to actually grow, so they're not bunched up and the roots aren't fighting for room and things like that. So I've learned some things. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it this year, and I am expecting to have a great winter sowing harvest. So that's what I'm going to do. So here is what I'm going to show you. The equipment that we need. Your containers. Free. If you're starting late and you didn't save any, you can go to the dollar store and just get some clear plastic containers. I have, now because I ordered some stuff at the Dollar Tree that's coming, I got my tiered for inverted gardens. They also had just the clear containers that were probably this size, deeper, and they have the white cover on them. So what I'm gonna do, I just got 3 of those. They were like $2. So I got 3 of those, and they're coming. I haven't gotten them yet. What I'm gonna do is I have some clear solo cups from last year. I still have I have the red and the clear and the white paper ones. I have so many cups from last year. That's what I'm gonna just transplant my little ones, or the ones that I start inside. I'm just gonna use the cups. But I'm gonna take the clear solo cups when I run out of these, and I'm gonna put them in the clear container, actually in the lid. The lid is white. And then I'm going to put the clear container over it and just have that. So I can probably do lots of cups, and then I'll just do 1 seedling in each one. So if you don't have a lot of jugs, just get a couple of those plastic clear containers from the Dollar Tree. Or you might even have some around your house. Simple, easy breezy. And just drill a couple holes in the bottom of that. So that's why I don't get stuff that costs a lot of money. Free, cheap, easy. So that's what we're going to do. The only thing that you are really going to spend money in is potting soil. You don't want to just use seed starter, because that is not really good enough. You want to use good potting soil. I personally use organic. That's just me, because I like to grow organic vegetables. That's just how I feel. But you don't have to. You know, and honestly, for the amount of soil that we're using for this, it's really not that much. I already looked online, because I ordered my boxes over there, you guys. In my unboxing video, I showed you my front entryway looks like a hoarder. It's just got so many boxes. I've ordered a bunch of gardening stuff. I ordered my potting soil, so that will be getting unboxed and used, a lot of it today. But I found some on sale at, I think I got 1 at Lowe's and 1 at Walmart. So if you look, you can find on sale. You guys don't have to, you probably live closer to a store than I do. So you could probably go in and just find some potting soil. Then water. I have some distilled water here, which I'll still use my jug because we want it moist. Then I have a whole bunch of craft sticks from all my DIY stuff. So I just use the craft sticks to label what my seeds are, because we want to label inside and then outside, because these may fade in the moisture and the sun. So we'll do this, and then you can use these, or you can even use, I have some of these. You can use, you know, like if you have these little plastic things. The craft sticks, I have a huge box of them, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're cheap. I'll use these, and then once you take them out of there, you can just stick them in the dirt when you transplant, and then you have them already written. Literally, I sat when it was really slow at work. Sundays are sometimes kind of slow. I literally just got prepared and wrote all these up for my seeds. So I had this already. So if you have downtime, just sit and write them out, whatever. And then your seeds. So whatever you plan on planting. Now, really good winter sowing items, so I've heard, are like the cold crops, like broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, lettuces. However, I am on a really fun winter sowing Facebook group. I am so excited I'm on this group. They do everything. They winter sow everything. So I'm gonna try a lot of stuff, like pretty much everything. I'm also gonna do some of the things inside later in the spring. But I want to try it. It's an experiment. And then I'm going to journal what I do, where I plant it, what I liked, what worked well, what didn't, and we're going to go from there. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm just a nerd like that. And I'll let you know. Your labels. If you don't have this or this, you can, some people like cut up old yogurt containers. You can find like the plastic things. And then for these ones, for the inside ones, I did use a Sharpie, but I do have here it is right here. I have a paint pen, a paint marker. So that works best on the outside. I personally am going to, and then you need tape. You need some sort of tape, because we're going to tape these back together. So I'm going to write on my duct tape, because I'm going to plan on reusing these jugs for next year if I can, depending on how it goes when I need to open them. Taking care of my plants that grow is number one for me. So some sort of tape that you can seal these up, and then a drill or something that you can, if you don't have a drill, something that you can poke holes in the plastic. And then I usually start it with like a little knife, and then something to cut the thing in, because we're going to put dirt in the bottom, and then I usually just leave it like this. So yeah, so that is how we're going to do our winter sowing. And this is the supplies that we need. Oh, and these are vinegar. I use a lot of vinegar for cleaning and things like this. So these are vinegar jugs. What other kinds of jugs? I have so many. Oh, I'll show you a couple. This is another vinegar. This is an apple cider vinegar one. This was nuts that I got at Costco. So this has the lid on it. I just poked a bunch of holes in the lid because I thought it was a bit too big to leave open when it's still freezing. This is an apple sauce container. So literally, there's so many options you can use and try. This is a Parmesan cheese container. It does have the writing on it. So I'm gonna try something in here that, it looks like it should get some light through here. Should be okay. I'm gonna try something in here that I'm not gonna be so horrified if it doesn't work, but I think it should, I'll try it. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix up my dirt, mix it up with water, and then we will move on. I have about 3 more jugs to cut here and put some holes in, and then I will show you how I fill them and add our seeds. All right, see you soon. Okay, hi, welcome back everybody. I am back at continuing my winter sowing, and I have a carton here. I have my soil here. So my soil, I have it moist, not over dampened, but just so it kind of clumps together. All right, so I have that there. What I'm going to do, so I fill it about 3/4 of the way up to where I have it cut here. And I have my seeds here. So I have my seeds organized, and I have them in numbers, and then on the cards I have it written down what it is. So I'm going to start with some onions here. And let me look. I actually have to look because I put the card back. Let's see. So number 55 is Walla Walla onion. So I'm going to take out my little label here that says Walla Walla, and I'm going to just stick that right in here. I have my little seed compartment that's number 55, so I know these are Walla Walla onions. And I'm just going to take the end of a Sharpie, and I'm going to make some holes, not very deep because we don't need these in very deep. So I'm just going to make 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make about 5 holes. I think 5 should be suffice in there. And then I am just going to drop 5 seeds in there. 1, 2, 3. So last year, one of the things I did was I just shook the seeds over there, and then I had a really hard time thinning them out. So this time I saw people on my Facebook Winter Sowing that literally had better success with just having a few of them like this. So that's what I'm going to try this year. So this is going to be, and I didn't have really good success with onions last year. So I'm going to grow a couple different kinds. So this is the Walla Walla. And then I'm just going to lightly sprinkle a little bit over the top again. This one has a clump. Take the clumps out of the potting soil. Use garden soil, potting soil. So just a little bit on the top, lightly, not a lot. And then I'm just going to spray it with a spray bottle of water just to kind of give it a little bit of mist on the top there. Then I'm going to close up the carton with my tape. Try to line it up the best I can. This one got a little misshaped. I found duct tape on sale at Amazon, but it was colored. So I got a red and a blue, and it was way cheaper that way. So you can do whatever kinds. I'll pop this out a little bit so it'll line up better. You can do whatever kinds you have. And then I'm just going to line it up and tape it, seal it up here, because this is going into the snow. So I'm going to cut this piece because this one kind of got a little funky. So this probably isn't the best. It's going to do the shape of the carton. All right, and then I'm going to take my paint pen and I am going to label this Walla Walla onions. And then I'm going to put the date so I know what date I put them in. Then I'm going to do another one. I think I'll do one of these juice containers here. I'm going to put some dirt in, down a little bit. And I'm going to make some holes. This one I think I'm just going to do maybe 4 because it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to do the SHERYL green onion in this one here. And that one is number 57. And so I just have 4. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of potting soil on top and then spray it down. This one back in 57. Then I'm going to get some tape. This one will be a lot easier to tape because it's not so deformed in shape. Yeah, see, much better. Look at that. This is how they should tape up for us. And the one thing too, you want to make sure you drill your holes and stuff before you cut your containers. Otherwise, they do get crinkled like that last one. I don't know if mine just got smushed or if it was me trying to drill the holes. I'm not sure what happened, but you can see that it is much easier if they are in a uniform shape to tape up like this here. Way better. And then I'm going to put it in my basket so I can take all of these out at the same time. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing these. And I will show you when I place them outside and what they look like. So another reason why we do the winter sowing is a lot of the seeds need to go through stratification. Like I have some strawberry seeds I'm going to try, and strawberry seeds need to go through, and blueberry seeds need to go through stratification. And what that means is the seeds actually need to be put in a paper towel that's moist and put in the fridge for quite a few days so that they are cold. When we're winter sowing, nature does that for us. The cold temperatures automatically puts these seeds through stratification. Winter sowing is just nature's way of taking care of that for us, as well as hardening off the seedlings, the plants for us. When we grow seedlings inside, once they become a full maturity and we're ready to transplant them outdoors, especially like here in North Dakota where it's super windy all of the time, or we have to take those plants and put them outside for short periods of time, bring them back in and then back outside just so they can acclimate to the outdoors. Well, when you're winter sowing, they're already acclimated because they have been used to the changing elements. So these are also reasons why we try the winter sowing. So I suggest, I have dirt all over me, so hence the paper all over my counters, and I have paper on my floor too. This is why I suggest that you give winter sowing a try, you guys. It's just gets us one step closer to that gardening and also cuts down on a little bit of time so we can not have to do quite as many of the indoor seed starting as well. And when we grow from seeds, it really does save a lot of money, because if you are buying all of your seedlings, that can get costly as well. So I also wanted to mention real quickly, this potting soil, I just took right from the bag, threw it in the bucket and added water. One reason why I wanted to do a lot of winter sowing is because I did a lot of seed starting indoors yesterday and I had a lot of the fungus gnats and it was horrible. I remember telling my boss last year, I was like, I'm not doing this next year. It's awful. I have those little flies everywhere and it was just horrible. I found a lot of helpful tips on how to not have the fungus gnats this year. One way and one thing that I'm going to use, which I did not do in this because these are going outside, is to sterilize the soil. So this soil I did not sterilize. For those of you that I discussed that with, I did not sterilize the soil because it is going outside. But in the spring, when I do start my seeds indoors, we'll go through that together. So I know I had a lot of you ask about that. Are you going to sterilize your soil? No, I did not sterilize this for winter sowing. But when we do the seed starting, yes, we will go through that. I will show you how to do that, and we can do that together, because that is one of the steps that I'm taking to not have fungus gnats in the house. So yes, I am going to do some seed starting this year, but I'm also taking several measures to not have those fungus gnats this year. All right. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching. I'm going to fill some more of these jugs. I'll take them outside. I'll show you what they look like. And I'm gonna do, let's see, some more onions. I'm gonna do some radishes, some, what else? I think I'll list down what I do. Cauliflower, broccoli, some spinach, some lettuces, some bok choy, you know, different stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. And then I'll get those outside and show you. You guys are gonna just not even believe how much snow I have on my deck. I did, oh my gosh. So on clearance, I did get an electric shovel for next year because I'm planning on hopefully having chickens. So I'm going to have to shovel off my deck next year. But this year, oh my gosh, I'm going to trek through like 4 feet of snow to try to bury these buckets. It's going to be quite a sight. So I will show you that. Have a great day, you guys. Be blessed. Bye.